it's your man Iceman32. Today I'm going to be doing some tutorial videos. Alright, this is actually going to be episode 1 of my tutorial series on how to fully mod your GTA 5 game. So clearly, as you can see, what's on the screen right now is LSPDFR. You want to start with a very clean copy of GTA 5, which means a recently installed version. It has no mods, nothing has been done to this yet. So first thing you want to do is you want to go to lspdfr.com, go to LSPDFR over here, click it, and go to the download page. I will be posting all the links that you can see up above right now in the description of this video. This video is going to be one of a few videos for the series. I just don't want to, bore anybody or overwhelm people. It's going to get intensive at some parts of what to do. I'm also going to show you how to edit things so that it runs properly. So first we got to start off with downloading LSPDFR and putting it into our game. We're going to do a manual install. You can do this setup.exe. I just prefer the manual way. It takes all of 2 minutes, if that, to do it. And there we are. It's going to be downloading. In 3, 2, 1, it's started. We can either save it or we can just open it here. I'm just going to open it. Saves a bit of time. It's very simple. Just going to close that. Make sure you have WinRAR installed on your system. I'll also actually post a link to WinRAR. It's just an easier way of actually doing everything. There's other programs out there. It's free. You don't ever really have to pay for it. Just keep saying you'll pay later or whatever, right? So over here we have our root GTA 5 folder. Now everything in this entire download, all of it, highlight it all, including the licenses. Just for this one, right? You don't always have to do it, but sometimes it's good practice to, get it in. For some reason I'm having an issue right now. So all it is this. Highlight it, drag it over, and drop it. And it's going to install everything everywhere it needs to go automatically. Simple. Next step we're going to do is we're actually just going to close that. We don't need it anymore. This is so important to do this after every time you put something new into your game. You have to run the game. After every mod you put in, run the game. That way, if you mess something up and you crash your game, you know exactly what it is that messed you up. And you can just go back, delete it, and then reinstall it the correct way. If you follow these videos step by step as I'm doing them, you will not have any issues. So let's go ahead. We're actually just going to minimize this. I want to minimize this. Don't really need that up. It's just, OBS. So we're going to start Rage Plugin Hook. I'm going to wait for this little screen here to go tell us to accept. We're going to accept it. It's going to ask us here to back up the current game version. Always hit yes. That way, when Rockstar decides to be, themselves and want you to update, you're not going to have an issue. So we're just literally creating a little backup here for Rage Plugin Hook. It's just going to have your current game version. Now another window's going to pop up right here. Go to your plugins. You can either load all the plugins or only load certain ones. Just for our sakes for this video, just click load all plugins on startup. You can always go back and change it. But because we're actually going to be adding in a lot of plugins, just click that. Save and launch. I'm going to click OK. And Rage is actually going to load in right now. Just click yes for that. Because Rage has to do stuff to your hard drive. It's fine. It's not going to, cause you any issues. And if you want to take a little moment, go get yourself a drink or whatever, you can. And as you can see, we have now loaded into GTA 5 as whatever the default character is that you last played as. For me, it's Franklin, could be Trevor or Michael. Now, it's just going to seem weird to some of you. Just steal a car, get in a car, and hit the pause menu and find your nearest police station. It's just going to help you out in the long run. So we gotta head over here. Now remember, right now at this specific moment in time, we don't actually have a trainer in. No, we're not on duty. The police can still get us. Try and obey most of the traffic rules. Don't kill anybody, pretty much. Don't attract police attention. Just not going to end well. Alright, now that we're at our nearest police station, just going to casually walk in. Sometimes if you run into these stations, the cops will actually go after you.
Hello. I'm not drunk. I'm not goddamn drunk.
Now,
Staring at me.
with this guy, if he stops you or shoots you, you've installed the game wrong, like LSPDFR. Just reinstall it. But as you can see, we've got no issue. We're going to go here. We're going to push E. It's going to bring us up into this menu, for our duty menu. So we're going to go on duty. Now, right here, we actually need to create our character. So we're going to hit yes. Now, you can create whatever character you want. So I'm actually doing this myself, so I can play it as well. So I'm going to create my character the way I want to create him. Right. Sometimes you can make them have hair, or whatever, right? He's a alright looking feller, isn't he? Puff him out a little, right? Make him look a bit more like his dad. Alright, that's done. That just changes certain things, right? That's all looking fine. Don't need to worry about that. Now our hair, right? I like hair. I don't really have any anymore. It's unfortunate, but family genes and all that. So I'm going to give myself some hair. Not a lot of hair, because, well, I just don't like it. So, that looks pretty much alright. Eyebrows, well, I like that one a little better. I don't want them to be clean shaven. I like that right there. Good. You can add in a whole bunch more stuff here. Makeup, lipstick, whatever, right? We're just going to save and continue that. Done. You can name them whatever the heck you want. Not sure what happened there. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it's a little weird. Right, not really sure what I've, done here. Boy. Anyway, whatever. We'll just keep that way. Keep that way. Give us some nice looking hair. Nicer than that, hopefully. And of course, the goatee. Anyway, that's done. Now we're just going to save and continue. There we go. It's just a little messed about, right? Now we're going to go police locker. You can put your uniform on or whatever you want. Go to the garage, pick out a car. This all really doesn't matter for us. We haven't done anything to it. It's just the absolute bare minimum of LSPDFR, so we know it works. Right now, get out of it. Done. Don't need it anymore. Alright, where am I? There I am. Next thing we're going to want right here is OpenIV. The link to this is going to be in. Just click the download now. So you're just going to save it. It's done. Now this part I'm not actually going to go through and do because I already have it. I don't know what the heck that is. Just ignore my kids there. Downloads, OpenIV setup. So just double click that, go through everything. Over here it's going to ask you a few other things, like you're going to have to verify your game location, make sure it's valid, and you're just going to go right there. Now this part is where it gets crucial. You have to do it like this. So we're going to go up here to Tools, ASI Manager. We're going to go ASI Loader and OpenIV.asi. We're going to install them both. And you click yes, you want to create that mods folder. Have to do it. Okay? Just do it. Exit out of that. Now we're going to go back into our root GTA 5 folder. I'm just going to double check that yes, there is a mods folder, but it's empty. This part can take a while. So depending on your computer, what your speed is, and all that, this next bit will take a while. So you got an update and an x64 right here. You want to just highlight those two, right click and copy them. Go into your mods folder, right click again and paste. Paste them both. This is where we are going to do all of our modding. So as you can see, I've got about 30 minutes. So I'm just going to pause the video here and we'll come right back to this at this location when it's done. Alright, and now we're back. So that took a little bit more time than I thought it would. So we're just going to double check our mod folder here. We got the update and the x64, so we're good. It all went in the way it was supposed to. So now what we want to do is we want to get these script hooks right here. Links are going to, again, like always, be in the description. So we're just going to click download. We're going to open it with WinRAR right away. Always read the README file. Okay, now it's going to tell us where to install it. Put the scripthookvdotnet to the game's main folder where GTA 5 exists. In order to load ASI plugins, you need to have ASI loader installed, which we already did it. Okay, so we don't actually need the .asi native trainer right there, but we need the input 8 and scripthookv. We want to open up our root GTA 5. We're just going to get those two. I'm not sure why it's not working, so we're just going to drag and drop. We're going to replace it. And we're going to grab scripthookvdotnet, drag and drop. Go back, dev.com.url. That's just going to take us to this website. So that part is done. We don't need that anymore. Now we're going to go with scripthookvdotnet. We're going to download it, open it with Win, back to GTA 5, and we're just going to highlight all of this. Again, read the README file. This doesn't say where to put it, it just tells us what we need. We need the scripthookv, which we already downloaded and installed just now. Just going to copy that, drag it over. Chances are yours isn't going to say this, but mine somehow does. So we're going to get rid of that. Now all of our script hooks are installed. Our next step that we want is a trainer. This allows us to spawn in anything we want. Change the weather, have no police, whatever. We're going to download it. And it has been downloaded successfully. Just open up some random some random file, go to your downloads, and there we are. Just going to minimize that, close that. Right here, all we need is the trainerv.asi and trainerv.ini. Read the README. It's just going to go over the generics of it, what you get, where to put it. Just drag and drop. I might have messed that up, so I'm just going to do that again. Replace, done. Close that. Right here is the list of everything we're actually going to go through during this entire thing. The next step would have been the EUP menu, but I'm going to switch it up a little. So the reason I want to do this like this is so nothing really messes up. Okay, this right here is going to show you how to get the best and most amazing graphics possible. Just going to copy and paste that in there. This is called VisualV. You can also get what's called Natural Vision Remastered. It's not really released yet, and I honestly prefer this one. Just save it. That way you can have it. Alright, you can go back to it. While that's downloading, we're also going to go and get what's called Real Radiance for NVR and VisualV. The reason we want Radiance is that when we get to the ELS or modded vehicles, this is going to enhance the lighting of those vehicles, but also enhances the lighting around the entire map. Makes everything brighter, more crisp, more beautiful. So we got a whole bunch of stuff here. We don't want any of that. We want the main file, the biggest or the most recent 3.9.0 final. Let's go ahead and download that. Yeah, we're just going to wait, and again we're going to save it because it's actually a pretty big file. Now for this step, again, we want our little window here, but we need OpenIV. And during this video, I went over OpenIV. When both of these are in, we're going to launch the game, just to make bloody sure that it works. So, first of all, we want VisualV or VisualV. Alright, so we can go original files.oiv, installation via mod package, or optionals, right? There's a lot of optionals that we can have. Read the README, especially here. We're just going to see if there's an installation. That's going through add-ons right here. This is what we want. OpenIV installation through the mod package. So we're just going to create a little folder here. We're just going to call it visual. Honestly, this thing's just going to get deleted. We're just going to drag and drop that. And we're just going to close this. And in OpenIV, we're going to go into Tools, Package Installer, and we're going to find our visual folder, and we're going to find our VisualV.oiv. We're going to open it. We're going to install it. It's going to ask us where do we want to put it. Always, truly mean this, always install it to your mods folder. Never anywhere else. Doesn't matter what it says. Put it to your mods folder. Just waiting. It's installing. Right. At this moment in time, just close that. Don't need that open. Minimize that. And quickly launch Rage. Just to make sure that the scripts we put in, the trainer we put in, and this visual package that we put in works. It's not going to crash us. It's not going to mess us up. So we're just going to wait patiently. Go for a drink, coffee, whatever you want. Now during this time, it might take a little longer than usual because that was a pretty massive thing we put in, the visual pack. So it really might take a minute or two to even get to this part. Don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. If it's not okay, then go ahead and reinstall it. And as you can see, we've fully loaded into the game. But I just want to show you something. Hopefully I don't get shot while doing this. So let's just make it easier on ourselves. Hit the F3 button, that brings us up this little menu. I like to be in God mode. I don't want to be wanted. That's just for right now. So let's hop in this generic car. See those lights? How they're not crisp, they're not fully bright, like nothing around. Alright, so our next mod is going to be a package called Radiance, okay? But while I'm here, I just really like how this looks, so we're going to make it darker, and I just want to show you guys. Up here. puddles, alright? Those puddles are just beautiful. They got light that you can actually see. That's why we put this visual pack in. It just crisps everything up, makes it so much more beautiful. So we can actually just quit that right now. Don't need it anymore at the moment. Open up your download. Go to Realistic Radiance, Final, and we got a OIV package installer. So we can just drag and drop that into our visual. We can close that. Go back into OpenIV. Just going to run OpenIV. We're going to go to Tools, Package Installer, Realistic Radiance 5 for NVR and Visual 5. Open. We're going to install it. We're going to install this to the mods folder. Again, always, always, always mods folder. And we're going to install it. That's going to be going all by itself. Now, this is going to get a little tedious because when this is done, I'm just going to actually launch the game. Just make sure it's there, right? Doing something like this, launch your game. You can do 1 mod, 2 mods, 3 mods, but don't do anything more than 3 at a time. Launch your game. That way you can, you know, troubleshoot where the cause is of your crash. This is taking a while, eh? There we are. We have successfully installed it now. We're just going to quickly run GTA. Now, unlike a lot of people, I don't, I don't close out the video, stop recording, and wait for it to load, because you don't actually know fully, well, does it actually work? Or did you mess something up, and did you have to go back and tweak some things, or whatever? That way you know what I am saying and what I am showing you is the legit, proper way of doing this. When this is done, I've got 2 more things that I'm going to show you guys how to do. Every day I get questions on my different Discord servers about crashes for rage, or LSPDFR isn't working properly, it's doing all janky stuff. So I'm going to show you 2 ways right off the hop how to help with that. Now, as you can see, I'm just going to exit, but before I do you see the difference here in the lighting? It's all so much brighter. Just to prove it. Well, that fire truck kind of did, but here. Those lights are so much brighter. So, now we're just going to get out of the game. So we don't need it and be in there anymore. Now, with what I was saying about the rage and the LSPDFR having issues sometimes. So let's go to LSPDFR folder. we're going to go into our configuration settings for LSPDFR or LSPDFR.ini. Right here where it says true, we're going to say false. We don't want it to load everything in all at once, all at the same time. We want it to load separately, per event. Don't need to have 1,000 different cops respond to 1,000 different things all at the same time. Let it spawn in naturally by your location. So we said yes. Just go ahead and double check. Yep, that's good. Now I was saying about the rage. So we're going to go into our rage configuration settings or rage pluginhook.ini. Right here where it says 10,000, take out that one and put a 6. That just gives your plugins more time to load, so you will have fewer crashes. I'm going to go ahead and save it. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed part 1 of Iceman's tutorials on how to properly mod GTA 5 for LSPDFR. Again, this has been episode 1 of many, or a few. I'm not really sure how many it's going to turn out to be. I truly hope everybody enjoyed this video. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and join my Discord. You all have a good one, and stay safe.